Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a render like this. I'll have it put up on the screen right now. So let's get into it. So first you want to come over to here. I'll have a link to it in the description. This is made by Razvan Andri123. A very cool name. You just want to come down to the downloads right here, click on that and download the whatever one you want. I'm going to use Freddy in this tutorial. So back into your Blender, make sure you download Blender 3.1. This version once recommends 3.12. So now once you've gotten that, you want to delete the cube, go over to File, click Append, then make your way to where you saved the file, double click on it and it should open. Click on Collection. If there is no collection, go to Object, go to Collection, and then go over to Freddy Fazbear. So now you've got him inside your Blender. You can turn over to Material Mode, and if you have this issue that some of the materials aren't loading in, what seems to help for me is I go through and just delete all of this and delete the armature, but then reapply the armature, and here I've got all the materials. Select the armature by clicking on that, going over here and here. So now you're in pose mode. That deserves a clap and a half.
Here, that deserves a clap and a half, actually. There you go.
So once you've got your Freddy in, you want to take that image that you're going to use. I'm going to use an image of a hallway, and you want to go back to Object Mode, Camera, click on Camera, Background Images, select Add an Image, Open, and you want to locate where that image is. So now if you press 0, it should be the background in your camera. Alright, you can press Shift and that weird squiggly line key next to 1 to go into fly mode, and you can just use WASD. It's not as good as it used to be, but it works. So now you want to put the camera into a position that sort of makes sense. Like, I'd say this sort of makes sense. So now you can click on the armature and go back to pose mode and pose him. So press G to grab, or you can just use this to move it, but I find G easier. The boxes are just like main things that you want to use mainly, unless you want to do smaller changes. So I'm just gonna make the feet a bit further apart like this. I guess I didn't change much, but also you want to come over to your rendering icon here, change Eevee to cycles, and come over here. It just looks a whole lot better. I want to come to this icon here. Color can change to a brightness and contrast. So I want to have one really bright render and one really dark one. So it doesn't matter that you can't see the background right now, but you can come over to here, I think, film, transparent, and transparent glass. So that'll just make it so that it doesn't render everything in the background, just your character. If you have some weird glitching in the eyes, then you can go over to them and then just, I think, delete the eyes and then delete the eyes underneath that, because for some reason they've got weird clipping layers. Yeah, so apart from that, this is the first rendering part that seems pretty good. So you can go over render image and it will render. Cool. So now it's rendered, you go image, save a copy, and save it. So then I will do another one, but I will come here and change this color down like that. So you can see the eyes have a cool glow to them, and with a tweak. Okay, render it again. So now we're going to head over to Photoshop. Alright, so now in Photoshop, what we want to do is come over to File and Place Embedded, and go over to where you saved your Freddy's. So I'm just going to take one, and then I'll get another one. Now I want to get the background and just drag that to the bottom of all of them. So now you've got this. I'm just gonna expand. There's just a tiny bit there. So now you've got that. You've just got to make the lighting look somewhat decent. So I'm going to rasterize all these layers. I will add a layer like this, I think, and then get the eraser, and I'm just going to bring it up a bit and change the hardness, and it should just brush away at the Freddy and bad lighting to reveal it in good lighting. Alright, now I'm just going to do a couple more touch-ups and then I'll be back. So once you've gotten it to how you like in the colors and stuff, you can just go here, add a exposure layer and set the offset pretty high, set that, and that should give you a pretty spooky thing. But you also want to take that off and come here. I would duplicate this layer. You've got this weird shadowy thing, but you can come and like position it here. Set the opacity to 0. Now you want to be pretty generous with where you go and make sure you don't get any of the reflection area outside of the thing, because it'll just mess up what it looks like. Stuff going through them light, but you can barely see that when that is turned on. You can also, if you want, you can come down here and get a paint tool, and you're basically set. So that's how. Or if you want to save it, just go File and save a copy, and then change it to PNG. But that's it. That's how you do it.